Daniel, I hear today's a big day for you.
Yeah.
You sound so excited. It's actually your birthday, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what are you going to do?
Go hiking and have a birthday party.
Not a bad day, if you ask me.
It'll be a fun day.
Absolutely. Karen, before we get into Daniel's story, I wanted to have you give a little bit of context. I mean, what's so interesting is that for the past 5 years, Daniel has been on quite the journey. Tell us about that.
Actually, it was August 23rd, 2010, his 9th birthday. 5 years ago today, we were actually at a park, and Daniel fell, hit his head, and just precautionary reasons, we took him to the ER, and they did some tests. The doctor, listening to me on how he was reacting, they did a CAT scan and MRI and an X-ray, and they found out that he had a brain tumor. And along with the brain tumor, he had what they call hyperextended spinal cord. So he was temporarily paralyzed for a little bit. And that's what prompted us to take him, because he was unable to move. So in the course of our journey, he was hospitalized immediately. Then about a month later, 6 weeks later, they did a 11-hour brain surgery on him, tried to remove it, but unfortunately it's inoperable because of where it's located, which is in the brain stem. So from there, after that, we came home, and Dr. Rubin suggested we do chemo. He did a year, 52 weeks of chemo with chemo pills every weekend as well. And the nice part about his treatment option was that he was able to do everything at home. We didn't have to be at the hospital like regular, normal, traditional chemotherapy.
Wow.
The nurse came here, and his name was Steve. Steve came every week and did his chemo treatments with him. So he did well.
Daniel, let me ask you this real quick, because I hear all of this. It's a lot of stuff that you've gone through for so long. What did you do with Mom and Dad to keep from being scared?
I don't know. They did worrying for me.
Say that again. What'd you say?
So they did all the worrying for me.
They did all the worrying for you. Mom, what did you do to keep Daniel in a frame of mind to be a fighter?
Well, initially we didn't tell him about the brain tumor. We didn't tell him that anything about it until actually the night before the surgery. And that was like September 25th. So we didn't tell him because we didn't want him or his brother James to worry about it.
Right.
So my husband Dennis and I just kind of didn't tell them. And once we told them, we had a really great staff at Comer's Children's Hospital at the University of Chicago. We had a child life specialist and a social worker that worked with Dennis and I to help us, to help Daniel and James get through this process. We would practice talking to them and on how to say things and how to tell Daniel and James what was going on. So I think I have to give a lot of credit to Comer's Children's Child Life staff for coaching us and just being there to help us.
And throughout this journey, Daniel, you had a dream to meet and sort of be a special part of Notre Dame's team.
Yeah, I did.
Mom, tell us about that.
Well, it was probably 2 years after his last treatment. We went to a brain tumor family camp up in Wisconsin, and we had met a group of people, of other families who are in the same position as we are. Mm-hmm. And one of them had told us about the Friends of Jaclyn Foundation. So I got online, I came home, got online and looked at it, and I wasn't quite sure we wanted to do it, but I did. I applied. My friends, my other brain tumor friends, kept encouraging me to apply. We applied, and Friends of Jaclyn asked us what we would like, and I said, Daniel really loves baseball. We have a love for Notre Dame. So from there, it was, they made it happen. They reached out to Notre Dame baseball, and Ted Scully got us connected with it, and ever since then, we have made some wonderful friendships. and lasting friendship with some of the boys from Notre Dame. We have actually Kyle Richardson is here now. He's from Notre Dame. He came out with Ellen, who we love too. They came out to celebrate. Kyle has been with us since we started with Notre Dame almost 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in October. So Notre Dame baseball has embraced Daniel. They've encouraged him. They've been a great inspiration to us and to our family. Very supportive.
Absolutely. And let me ask you this, Daniel, a lot of people have these kind of dreams, but your dream came true. What did you feel when you walked in and you met this team? I mean, these are people that are legends.
Yeah, I just was surprised. I didn't know that. I thought we were just going to a Notre Dame game. And then after the game, I met all the players and I was really happy.
When we went to Notre Dame on that day, Daniel had no idea why. He just thought we were going to watch the Notre Dame baseball game and to go walk around campus. It was a surprise to him when we were invited into the locker room. And then Dennis Murphy, the FOJ founder, got up and spoke a few words and then introduced Daniel and our family to the team. And from there, I gave them a history of Daniel, kind of walked them through our journey. And from that day, they have embraced it and they are family to us.
Absolutely. And they took that one step further. I mean, something really memorable by making that baseball card for Daniel, didn't they?
Yep, they did. Upper Deck contacted Notre Dame and FOJ, and they created a line of baseball cards called Heroic Inspiration. We actually had a couple of the Notre Dame boys come, and Kyle Richardson, who I mentioned earlier, his mom came because they live near it. Kyle couldn't come because he was playing summer ball, but his mom came to represent his family.
Right.
And we had a nice turnout of Notre Dame. The boys just think so highly of Daniel, they follow him, and they came.
Daniel, when you saw that card being made, I mean, when you saw that card, I mean, now you're like an official part of the team. That was really cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I was happy when I first saw it.
There was a big unveiling. Let's have you describe that again. You're saying that like the whole team came out and there was like this big event unveiling this card.
Yes, they had a big unveiling there. Unfortunately, the whole team didn't come. Only some of the boys could come because most of the boys play summer ball.
Right.
And they're all over the United States. So we had Kevin DeFlippis and Brad Bass showed up. They came because they live up in that area. And they came out and supported Daniel and our family to watch Daniel see his baseball card. It was pretty spectacular. Daniel's fourth grade teachers came, his family came, some of our other friends came out for the event. So it was, I think the smile on his face sums it up. If you've seen the pictures of him, it was just unbelievable. It's very touching.
Daniel, was it so cool seeing all those people there for you?
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I can only imagine, like, was it overwhelming? Like, were you scared almost to see that many people and they were all looking at you?
Yeah, I was really nervous.
Do you still have the card with you?
Yeah, would you like to see it?
Sure.
Let me grab it.
Holy moly, this one's huge. I didn't realize it was going to be this big. Daniel, did you think it was going to be this big, or do you think it was just going to be a regular card?
I thought it was just going to be a regular card.
That was kind of overwhelming, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mom, you had to have been a proud mom to see this moment happen, huh?
I am, and on the back, they put some of his statistics, and it says he was adopted by Notre Dame, October 12th, 2013, and his biggest thrill was traveling to spring training to see the Cubs play, because we'd never been there, and then his hero is his dad. So
Awesome.
his dad was very touched by it. And then at the bottom, you can see that we have our Notre Dame Irish guy there. Since
They really did think of everything, huh?
they did. It was very well thought out. So we are getting, our cards should be coming in about 10 days. Chris Carlin just contacted me and said they should be here. And then we can pass them out, we can share them, we can sell them to help raise money for the Friends of Jaclyn. So Friends of Jaclyn can continue with their mission is to hook up other pediatric brain tumor children with baseball teams and have the wonderful experience that we've had.
You mentioned the Friend of Jaclyn Foundation, and Daniel said something in the beginning that was really interesting to me. He said that mom and dad worried for me more than I did, and I gotta think for mom and dad, seeing an organization come beside you like this has got to like mean the world.
It does. It has. There's so much bad things come from such a brain tumor. Chemo, the pills, the nauseous, the not feeling well, the missing school. And because of Friends of Jaclyn, Daniel and our family has gained so much support, so many prayers. And it's just not the boys on the team. It goes towards their family. We've met some of the families and we've become friends with them. They call us, they check on us, they text me to see how Daniel is. Even some of the guys' girlfriends have reached out to us and have become more than just friends.
And on Daniel's birthday right now, y'all are going hiking. I mean, this is a long-term relationship, and it's a group of people that are acting as a support group like never before.
Exactly. And they have really stepped up to the plate and supported Daniel. Daniel he had to go in for an MRI, and about 8 of the boys came up to the hospital, and they came up there to be with Daniel while he had to get his MRI, while he had to get IVs, and etc. They were there for him, and it meant the world to us that they were able to come.
Does this give you a different perspective about how important it is to fulfill the wishes of young people that are facing a major obstacle? And do you see it differently now?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Not everyone has a good support system when you're diagnosed with whatever kind of diseases it is or chronic illness. So fortunately for us, we have 38 young baseball players and the staff and parents and girlfriends behind us. And I know in a heartbeat, if something was to reoccur or we needed anything, I know I can call on those boys and they would be here in a heartbeat. They wouldn't think twice.
Daniel, what do you have to say to the Friends of Jaclyn Foundation and to Notre Dame for making this possible?
Just thank you for I don't know.
I don't know. Notre Dame baseball has gone way above and beyond what we ever expected or even hoped for. So we're very grateful, very appreciative of Notre Dame baseball. They're just unbelievable.
And this gives you both kind of that umph you need to keep doing the fight, huh?
Yeah, it does. It really does. It puts life into perspective for you because everyone is so focused on material things in life anymore. Our society is, and people forget that all we need is just some love and care and support to get through these rough times.
And it's funny because, I mean, they're doing their everyday thing, motivating people across the globe, but just taking that one extra step and making it personal for Daniel makes all the difference.
It does, and they've done that. And I think these boys have just, like I said, have stepped up to the plate and have given it all to Daniel. No matter what we need. We just call Kyle or one of the other boys and say, hey, we're coming in town for lunch. Can you meet? And these guys will get on the phone and call each other and say, hey, Daniel's coming in town. Let's meet at Five Guys for lunch or whatever the case may be.
Or again for your birthday.
First birthday, yep. And we're excited because Kyle's here and we haven't seen him or Ellen since May. So we're very excited they're here and we get to spend the day and part of the evening with them.
That is really cool. Daniel, I hope you have a great birthday. It seems like things are are, like there's just so many people supporting you. I was going to say things are going away, but it's more than that. You've got people in your life that are right there with you. You're not alone. Hopefully this talking about it will inspire more people to give. I think a lot of people, they want to do stuff like this, but they don't know how. And it seems like these foundations, like the Friends of Jaclyn Foundation, actually make it possible, right? And as we speak, here's a perfect example.
Yeah, this is Kyle from Notre Dame. He's been with us since day one with us, and we've got to love him like he's my own son. And his girlfriend Ellen's here, and she is just like the daughter I never had.
That's awesome.
But this is Kyle, so I just wanted to introduce him.
How's it going?
Do you have any questions for him?
Yeah, absolutely. Kyle, when you heard about Daniel's story, I mean, it seems like you were just you just had to get involved, even more so than just being a part of the team activities.
Yeah, when we heard Daniel's story, it really touched me, and I was inspired to see, just this young boy who fought through so much, and it was truly inspirational. And when I got to know him and the fun-loving guy he is, and he's in the dugout poking fun at guys, and he fits right in with the guys, and so I just fell in love with him and his family right away. And for me, it's awesome that when I go out and play baseball, I know that it's just a game, and there's so much more out there in life that it's so much more, I'd say just, I don't know how to put it, but it's a battle that's just so much more than a baseball game that Daniel faces every day, and it puts things in perspective for me and my teammates just to have them there enjoying every minute of a visit with us. So,
Kyle, so many people in your shoes, and I know, folks, this is why I'm bringing this up. They ask themselves, what can I do to make a difference? I mean, you guys have become friends. What would you say to the guy that I went to Mizzou? I'm thinking about some friends that were on the baseball and the football team that I've had that conversation with them. What can I do to make a difference? What would you say to folks like that about stepping it up and getting out there and helping people?
There's always a place that you can make a difference, and there's always an opportunity to help the community. And I think that honestly, it's more rewarding for yourself in the end. I have lifelong friends out of this opportunity. Just from Notre Dame making the connection with Friends of Jaclyn and introducing us to the Alexander family and bringing Daniel as part of the team. I've gained lifelong friends from that I would never have had otherwise. But being open-minded to it and being willing to put in a little bit of effort and make some sacrifices in the beginning has resulted in just an amazing friendship that I'm so grateful for. And it's such a wonderful thing that we've been able to do this.
And I would be amiss to ask, if I did not ask, what you guys are planning to do for Daniel's birthday here.
Just kind of hanging out. It's raining right now, but I think if it lets up, we're going to go out for a little bit of a hike, and then we're going to celebrate his birthday later on today with a little bit more family and friends as well. So I'm looking forward to it. I haven't seen him in a while, so I'm just really happy to be here with them.